Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love, and I have got a special treat today. I'm going to show you a 2022 Renegade Classic that just arrived. Now, this is a sold coach, and the guy did some really unique things on this, put some special features on that I'll point out as we walk around and some of the new things. But again, the Classic, I wanted to give you just a brief background history of it. Renegade only makes the Super Cs. Their high end, of course, is the Icon. That's on a 605 Cummins. You can also have an XL built with the big engine. But the thing about the Classic, we're on the same chassis, a Cascadia P4. This has the 605 engine. You could build the Classic anywhere from 37 to 45 feet with anywhere from a 450 to a 605 engine. And the Classic is the one coach that they will customize. If you need maybe a mobile medical lab or a retail, mobile unit that you're taking around to shows, they can customize this for you. It's the one product that they do things a little bit differently. Another thing about the Classic, I'll show you inside, this has 84-inch ceilings. 7 feet tall ceilings. One of the beauties of that is it allows you to put a ceiling fan in the living room where unless you're over 6'7", you're not going to hit your head on that ceiling fan. So there's some really unique things about them. I'll show you the engine in a minute, but one thing I wanted to talk about to start off is what they build their walls out of. This product is called FRP, and what that stands for is fiberglass reinforced plywood, and it is indestructible. You could take a sledgehammer to this and beat on it, and all you're going to do is maybe scratch the paint job. This also has 2 3/8 inch walls. Most RVs have 2-inch walls. Using this indestructible product compared to your typical vacuum bonded fiberglass wall, with the 2 3/8 inch, it gives you better insulation. It'll be cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter, and it also it gives you better soundproofing as you're going down the road. These Super Cs, you're sitting right over the engine, but this isn't all that loud. It really deadens the sound. On top of that, the way Renegade builds its floor system a little different. You have your main chassis rails, you have steel joists running across, and then their subfloor is a 2x4 subfloor with 3/4 inch structure plywood, and in there is actually a galvanized vapor barrier. This taller floor, better insulation, again, helps with the heat and cold, but it also helps deaden the sound as you're going down the road. A really nice feature. Let's start right off here with the engine compartment. And of course, this being the Cascadia, which is the bigger chassis, and it's got the 605 Cummins in it. One nice thing about these Super Cs, your radiator's right up front. You get better cooling. The weight is right over the front tires. You have better handling, especially when you're towing a 20 or 30,000 pound load, which is what these are designed for. You can see your engine here, easy access to all your fluids, wiper fluid here, filters throughout. We can walk over here on the other side. You can see power steering fluid, coolant, access to the air breather. Everything is easy to reach. If you're the type of guy that likes to work on your engine yourself, maybe do your own oil changes, it's much easier to access with the Super C than any of the other diesel pushers. And another thing about this cap, it does have struts on it. If a wind should come and blow it over, it doesn't slam down on your head. It closes nice and soft, and it's even got hidden latches in here for your trunk. So just a great setup. This happens to be a 58,000 pound GVWR chassis rated to pull 30,000 pounds. Let's go ahead and walk around it. I guess we can do it this way first. Couple of our compartments here. We've got our chassis batteries in this first compartment, Plus, right below the batteries, what you're seeing there is your quick connect for your air chock. So if you want to put air in your tires, or maybe you've got a Jeep that you tow behind you, you let the air outs to go do a trail and come back and you want to air it up for the road, you can do it right there. And then in this compartment, this is our house batteries. This has the lithium-ion package. Included with that is 375-watt solar panels. So you can see right there, you've got a lot of battery power. Your inverter's there, the blue thing on the left, that is a 3,000-watt inverter. And this is an all-electric coach. Move back to these two, and primarily you can see you've got your drainage system there. You have a macerator on this. You do have a little bit of storage in there for a few items, not a lot, but you could use it for something, I suppose. And you can see your tanks right there inside an enclosed heated area. There are 12-volt heat blankets on this also. This one got locked. This is my water compartment. Sorry about that. I'll get it open and get a picture of it for you. We move back here. 12,500 kilowatt Onan diesel generator. And then in this back compartment, we have our transfer switch with surge protector, our 50 amp power cord on a power reel there. I like the fact that Renegade actually gives you the dog bone back there, your 50 to 30 adapter. While you're here, I want to mention something about the axles. Now, anything this size, 45 foot, is going to have a tag axle on it, but this is a tag axle that you can engage. So if you need twin screws, they call it, or power to both axles, maybe you're in a really sandy area or somewhere with soft ground and you want better traction, both of these can be made as drive axles. A nice feature on these heavy Super Cs. Let's come around to the back. Now, you can see what size receiver it has. This is rated, again, at 30,000 pounds. You get a couple of different inserts. You have your typical 2.5 inch or 3 inch receiver. You have a reducer here down to 2 inch. Maybe you're just towing something with a regular blue ox when you need the smaller receiver here. Also, you're hooked up with your 7-way plug here. Your Voyager here is if you have another camera on the back of, say, a stacker trailer. You also are set up with a Kurt brake controller, and you do have the air ride system here where you can tie right in to the compressor, say for like an Air Force One brake system when you're towing. Great looking back cap too. One thing I should mention, most of these are white when you see a Classic. This particular customer chose a custom paint job, which is available from Renegade on other coaches, not just on the Classics, but great looking paint job here. Let's move around over here on the passenger side. So a couple of storage compartments here. You see there are some extra tiles, always a nice feature. These are your glad hands, they call it. That has to do more with towing, and he just chose to leave them off and not have them sticking out past the bumper. Right there's your hose for your air compressor. You can see some of the hitch here, and you do have this insert with the 2 5/16 and the 2-inch ball. So if you're carrying a 30,000 pound load, you're going to use this insert with the 2 5/16 ball. But a lot of storage back here. Let's move up to the front compartments. Got a lot of room here for your lawn chairs and different equipment. In this middle compartment here, what we have here is a cover for the steps as we go inside. Then we do have some transit bars or lockout bars if you choose to use them for your slide outs. Another thing I've always liked about the Renegade, their doors. You notice they have double latches here, heavy, well-insulated door, and it's one of them that you don't have to slam it. You just shut it nice and soft. It latches tight. They never come out. And then up in this front compartment, we have our Aqua Hot. Now the Classics get the 450, which is the bigger one. You still have a little bit room there for storage and things like that. And then get a shot of the awnings. We do have the roof-mounted Girard awnings, just a great look that go the whole side of the coach here. All right, let's go ahead and step inside and point out some of the features. Now, as we come inside, the first thing I want to point out again is the height of these ceilings. They're 7 feet tall. I can touch this. I'm about 5'8", maybe a little more. I can actually touch the fan, but if you're 6'5", 6'6", you can walk under this without it hitting your head. Most coaches won't allow you to put a fan in the living room. You can get one over the bed because you're not standing there, but to have one here is really a nice feature. So we've talked about that, so a couple other things, I guess. Let me find my phone. Seems like everything is working off apps now, and one of the apps on this one, it's called Happy Lighting right here, and you can see my trim light around my counters and at my toe kicks. I can change the color. You could set it solid. You could set it to, go through the rainbow colors every 30 seconds, and you turn it on and off right here. Handy little app on your phone. There's one other app I'm going to show you. If you've seen me demonstrate this before, your Vega Touch. Now, I was in here earlier, and I found my unit. You hit the settings. It gives you a code. Must be trying to find it again. Now, once we're in here, you can see I can turn all my lights off, turn them on here. If I want to, say, go to my slide outs, I can run my slides in and out, my awnings in and out. One of the nice features about this, if I have a tree or a neighbor or something close to me, I can run the slides out while I'm outside on my phone, keeping an eye on them that they're not going to hit anything. So anymore, it seems like our lives are being run by our phones. There's some cool apps that'll allow you to do a lot of neat things with this. Okay, I'm going to move up to the cab now and talk about this. Again, this is the Cascadia. It's the big chassis, the P4. Got the big engine in it. A couple of things you notice up here. Number one, we have an integrated brake controller right here. This is our Kurt brake controller. And as we go through this air system here is actually for air brakes. And we have a trailer brake right here if you choose to use it. Let me go ahead and fire this up. Now, a couple of things I had to go through and do a little research on. Well, what is this? The LDW off. Well, that's your lane assist. It gives you a warning every time you depart your lane without using a blinker. Some people don't like to hear that alarm, so you can shut it off. Right here is an engine shutdown and you have an override. Basically, if you leave these idling, eventually a timer is going to come on to tell you that your engine's going to shut down. If you're a trucker up in Canada in the winter and you want to go in and sit for an hour or two and have a dinner, you might want to leave this running all the time. So you can override that engine shut off right there. Other than that, pretty basic controls here as far as, I've got lights, dome light underneath. My regen, I can force it to burn out that particulate if I like. And then you can see right here, this is our differential lock, our axle lock and unlock, and also we can adjust our suspension height right here. These chassis are used a lot in commercial trucking, so that's why they're here. You won't see it on everything, but it's a nice feature, especially when you're towing a heavy load. And then nice dash, everything, you know, glass dash anymore. I can scroll through. Let's see, oops, I don't need my alarm, I guess. Get back out of that. Let's, you know, tire pressure monitor system right there. Looks like we gotta check that front tire a little bit. Okay, we can go back, go into our speed. This gives us our triptych and everything, all right here at your fingertip. On the other side of the steering wheel, this is where you would sync in your phone to the Bluetooth. You can turn your radio on and up and scroll through the dials right here. Just a nice, relaxed driver's compartment. Extremely comfortable seats with the ultra leather. Now this is all Williamsburg furniture throughout, which is you know, what the King Air and some of your higher end diesel pushers use, so it is a very comfortable chassis. I don't believe that's going to shut off till I open my door. There we go. Okay, we get a little bit of storage up here, and if you're an old school truck driver, you'll appreciate the built-in CB. You got to come up with a good handle there. Okay, overhead, here we've got our satellite video components there. This is our Wi-Fi router, wireless router there. All your components in this compartment. Generally, that's why the screen's here to you know, dissipate heat. We have a nice storage compartment overhead. This is for your dash lights. Sometimes they stay on, or if you've got the door open, you can override them and turn it off. Then over here, another storage compartment. You see there's a 110 outlet there. Our equalizer auto leveling system is right here. As we come back into the living room a little bit, one thing that you've heard me comment before, I like the Renegades. This is the only product they make. Solid wood, all maple cabinetry, and this really is beautiful cabinet work. I like the fact that these three compartments are open. You don't have a partition in between, so you can get longer items. You can get more things in here, basically. On your shades, we do have a day shade, which is manual. Your night shade is electric, so there's a remote to run those up and down. This unit does have the pull-out hide-a-bed with it. I'm not going to pull it out right now. Across from this couch, we also have a love seat. This love seat would pull out into a jackknife. You can see there is some storage under here. But if you have a small child, this is big enough for an extra bed. The reason they put a jackknife in, you can't have a pull-out bed, you know, and another one across from it. There's not enough room, so they put the jackknife in there. Okay, moving back here to the dinette. Nice U-shaped dinette. This cushion here is what you'd use if you're going to make a bed out of it. There is some carpet there for the cab area, all matching carpet. And then you do have a couple of pull-out drawers here for extra storage. And then again, three compartments, all open to each other. Give you a lot of extra storage. And if you look throughout this coach, you'll find 110 outlets and USB ports just about everywhere. I don't think you could sit down without being able to plug in your phone if you need to. Okay, over on this side, we've got our kitchen. Nice convection microwave. Typical, you're not going to find ovens in these very often. Nice storage underneath with some pull-out drawers, and those are soft close. 3-drawer stack here, and this is kind of nice. You've got a silverware tray, and then you've got another one underneath it. And of course, all your remotes and everything are right here. And again, all soft close drawers. Little storage compartment here under your sink. Then a little more storage area, and that's your subwoofer you're seeing down below there. We have a very large double bowl undermount stainless steel sink with residential fixtures here. And then over here we have our induction cook surface. I mentioned this is an all-electric coach. That's why the extra lithium-ion batteries and the bigger inverter. Of course, your TV's on a televator. You see this with just about everything anymore. And you know, it's kind of sunny out there. I think I'm going to leave it up. They put the sound bar right on the top there. That's a good spot for it. And then again, a little more storage over here. They use all hidden hinges there. Great looking brushed nickel hardware. And then over here on the sink side, a couple more storage cabinets. You can see you've got all your owner's manuals and warranties and so forth up here. And again, 110 plugs here. You got a couple in the kitchen. There's no place you can turn without finding an outlet. Okay, we do get the 18 or 18 and a half cubic foot residential style refrigerator. Plenty of storage here. Then across from your refrigerator, you do get a nice pantry area. Again, you've got the pull-out drawers. And, you know, for somebody that's a little bit shorter, it's hard to reach all the way back there. It's nice to have this. And these two bottom ones, you know, very deep for, you know, cereal, box good, canned goods, whatever you're going to use them for, but really nicely built. And then the other thing you'll notice, we've got our breakers and fuses. These are our 110s here. And then you'll notice up here, these are our resettable 12-volt fuses. Everything's labeled too, so you know what it's for. Okay. The entryway here, this customer actually had some extra coat hooks put in. This is where you're going to want them when you come in the coach. You can see our slide out controllers right there and a little more storage. All right, let's move on back a little bit. First of all, let me just open some of these in the half bath, and Jody, I'll let you get in and get a shot of that. Now, solid surface countertops and sinks throughout with that LED light strip that runs through it. And also your toilet is a porcelain toilet, and it's a macerator toilet. Okay, and maybe step back in there, and then I'll open this up. This, you know, I guess I'd call it more of a linen closet or storage rather than a pantry, but you've got nice room here. And this customer opted to not put the factory installed washer dryer. It is prepped for it, but you can see how much storage you get here. You can actually remove these shelves, and you've got a bar up there if you want to use it more as a wardrobe or for hanging clothes. And then again, another drawer on this side. Okay, let's move back into the bedroom area. So, here we are. Nice king bed. Reading lights above. You've got switches for generator actually, and you can shut your lights off from laying in the bed. One thing I always like to point out about the Renegades, we have 150 gallons of fresh water, and your tanks are right here under the bed in the heated area. You don't need to worry about freeze-ups. And what we've got right here is our winterization tube. So if you do work on it yourself, it makes it very easy to bypass your water heater, drain your water lines, and pump antifreeze through the coach there. You can see there's even a little heater down there with a fan on it. I guess one on each side. There is a bar here too I could put up to support it. You don't have to sit here and hold it the whole time. And again, we've got nice deep storage cabinets that pass all the way through. You know, and the, well, that's actually my my nightshades. A little bit of a pedestal here. I guess if you were using a sleep machine, you might need to put it in here and run your wire down. You could figure something out. You can see on the side there are more USB and 110 outlets. Over here across from the bed, we have our wardrobe area and nice cedar lined closet there. And again, with the open cabinets, you know, without having partitions in between them, you can see how much room you get. Even behind the TV, you've got room to hang your clothes. And then, again, a compartment for our video components. A little bit more storage area there. And then 3 nice deep drawers here. Again, if you want to customize something, maybe change your floor plan a little bit, maybe leave out the kitchen if you're going to do, like, say, the mobile lab or, you know, health center or something like that. The Classic is the product that Renegade will sort of customize for you. So this is a good choice. Typically, people ordering these Super Cs know they're going to wait 6 months to a year, depending on chassis availability and other items, but you know, it's hard to deny the quality, and these really are beautiful coaches. All right, finally, let's move back into the bathroom here. Now, again, we have another porcelain toilet with a macerator there. Nice storage overhead. We get a pull-out drawer. You can see there's some storage there beside the toilet for toilet paper or other items. Couple of pull-out drawers, room underneath. And then I love the shower tile, the flooring, the wall tile. It's just beautiful. And look how tall this is. I can't even touch the ceiling without getting up on my tiptoes here. So that's the beauty of, even with the 84-inch ceiling, and you know, there's a little bit of a step up here for the shower. If you play in the NBA, you can take a shower in this. Great looking tile flooring. This has the wainscoting with the padded walls. Another nice option you can get in the Classic. And like I say, the ceiling fans, normally you'll get one here as an option because you're really not walking directly underneath it in most cases. But having that ceiling fan in the living room is really a nice extra, especially if you're going to be in Texas in July and you got to keep that cool air down on you. Let me see. I'm sure I'll think of something as soon as we finish up here that I meant to bring up. But in the meantime, let me give you my contact information. Again, my name's Mark Love. Best way to get a hold of me is my cell phone right here, 970-631-0083. If you have questions about any of the Renegade products or this one in particular, give me a call. Also, at the bottom of this video, we've included links to all of the Renegades that are on our lot, all of the Super Cs. So if you want to just go to the bottom of the video, you can link to it very easily. Again, a 2022 Renegade Classic. 45 CMR is the floor plan here, bath and a half setup. Just a beautiful coach. Congratulations, Gary. Everybody loves your custom paint job here. And before I sign off here, I just want to give a shout out to all my good friends and family back in Michigan, even the Detroit Red Wing fans, but particularly to all the Colorado Avalanche fans. You've heard me say it before, keep your stick on the ice, brother. We just won the Stanley Cup. Until next time, happy trails. Thank you for tuning in.